What's up, guys? It's your Super Playaz back at it again with a part 2 of Joku's pants. If you guys don't know, definitely go check out part 1 on his channel. The Joku, is it DMD?
Joku DMD.
There we go. This man is a myth, a legend. If you guys don't know, this man's a dentist, guys. Believe it or not. Look at how bedazzled this dentist is with the best smile on the planet. And thank you for having me, Johnny, in your pants show.
You see how happy I am.
So if you guys, like I say, if you guys didn't check it out, definitely check out part 1 on his channel. It'll be down, link in the description. And definitely go show some love to him, man. He makes some awesome pants. Look at, he made me some Luffy, Samurai. It's just amazing. The Wano arc is just unbelievable.
I did get you in my pants.
You did?
Pretty smoothly. It went pretty well.
He finessed me.
Soft, you know? Soft
but it's a gentle touch. It was a gentle touch, guys. But no, I mean, he's hosting me. I'm so internally grateful, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Dude, it's awesome. I mean, we've been literally trying to coordinate this hang for like
months,
500 days.
Yes, and not only that, Nationals is coming up, and he like messaged me on Facebook and texted me. He's like, "Are you going to Nats?" I'm like, "Yes, but I'm seeing you way before I see you in Nats, because that's gonna be whack if I saw him in Nationals and it's been like months." And
dude,
the next time we see each other,
the last time we went, it was a blast. My brother was playing a show down in DC, and was that like New Year's?
It was right before. It was like November, December,
right?
like a few weeks before that.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a fun show. That was so. And dude, we stayed at your place. You let us sleep in your bed, bro. That was like. I've hung out with this guy like a handful of times. We've been in touch, and this man like lets me just like
just crash my place.
That's so nice. Nicest sweetie.
No, I appreciate it, man. No, but like you were doing the interview, and I wanted to ask you, dude, like what got you into the card game? Like what just sparked your interest in it, man?
4-letter word. Sounds like
love.
God.
Okay.
No, Goku. Goku.
Goku?
I don't know. I mean, it's like, yeah, it was Goku. It was a Height of Mastery card.
That was like the first time you ever saw Dragon Ball Super.
Height of Mastery SPR got me into this game. I can say that's the card that got me in. It holds the most special place in my heart as a card outside of my collection. But yeah, I saw it in a case at Comic-Con, and I was like, how do I get this?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, I have one in my car, I can sell it to you. I was like, no, how do I get this? I want to open it I want to strip it.
You want to strip it?
And I got 6 boxes of Colossal Warfare.
That was set 3, right? I think?
Set 4. Set 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was getting confused.
And then, yeah, it's
Crossworlds and Colossal.
Crossworlds, Colossal. I wonder if there's a Colossal coming soon to our set since we got Cross Spirit. I don't know. Anyway, I was Shrippemed, and I pulled a Demigre Secret Rare actually, but I didn't pull a Height of Mastery SPR. I've actually never Shrippemed a Height of Mastery SPR.
No way.
I've never pulled one from a pack.
Dude, that was like one of the ones I pulled.
Nice.
That was like one of the first boxes I opened.
Maybe one day I will know that feeling. Maybe one day I will just get a case, you know, to guarantee. Because there was only 1 per case, you know.
The Height of Mastery?
Absolutely.
Yes, in the beginning,
yeah,
there were only 1 of each. Yeah, you're right.
4 per case and 1 secret rare.
You're right.
Drop rates.
I remember that. That's why they were so expensive. Height of Mastery was like 50, 60 bucks when it first came out.
Yeah, when I found out about it, it was about 25 bucks. And I bought, you know, my fair share of them. I didn't play them in a deck or anything, but that cool card, like, you know, actually, I got into Dragon Ball as a kid, and I talked about it a little bit in the last episode of Joku's Pants, but when I was in college, you know, I took Japanese art history, and I actually wrote some research papers on Dragon Ball. I got fascinated with it from an art historical perspective. And, you know, Japanese woodblock printing actually links into manga. The first guy that ever coined the term manga was the guy that painted that wave, the great wave off Kanagawa. You know, the one?
Yeah, the most iconic thing that everybody gets.
And he coined the term manga and made these books that were just basically pictures of people's faces and like tools and stuff.
Yeah.
And then that was the very first manga. And this is, you know, this comes out of that. And what's really cool about this card game, I have this theory that this card game is actually just modern day woodblock printing.
Really?
I believe that.
Why?
Because where woodblock printing came from was, you know, the only people that had art in their homes were like emperors. You know, the guys that
gotcha.
They wear these outfits and they're like, bring me grapes, and then they like
bring them grapes, guys.
They bring them grapes, and then they eat the grapes, and they say, scrub my toenails or something. You know, it's like they were the only ones that had art.
Yeah.
But they had people working for them,
mm-hmm.
and these people started seeing the art. Some of the people know the artist, making his piece for the Ft.Johku and his magical jacket. and these people, you know, the artists and the people were like, hey, like, maybe we want this art also. And then printing techniques kind of started developing, and they realized they could make multiple versions of this. There would be an original painting, and then they make wood blocks and they press them. Mm-hmm. You know, Dragon Ball Super card game cards are made?
No, I don't know how they're made.
They are made in Japan, which you can see on every single card. It says made in Japan. Mm-hmm. And then regular cards are just printed from a printer on a big sheet, and then they're cut out. Yeah. But as you go up in rarity, there's different types of foiling on the different cards. Yeah, I've noticed that. So like the rares now and parallel foils use the same cardstock. That's a certain kind of cardstock that gives you a specific kind of reflection, right? And then you have like SPRs that have like gold on
the lining. You can feel like
so like the SPRs from set 1 through 9 had like texture.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Like the expansion rares that from like Special Anniversary all have texture. Yeah, that texture is pressed onto the card.
So that's like modern.
That is like a thing that is either 3D printed or cast, and they use that on these sheets and they press them so they get texture. That's how the texture all looks the same.
That's crazy.
And then when they do the gold foiling, it's a similar stamping process. You hear them say gold foil stamp? It's a stamp. It's a block that prints this stuff onto these cards. They're made in Japan. This is the art that the common people want because it's beautiful and awesome and revolves around this intellectual property that's turned them into the Joku that they are today. But seriously, I mean, it's a story that we all love. It's this really cool, accessible art that's like, when did you get into Dragon Ball?
Crazy story. Thank you for asking me that. Yeah. Me and C-Rod and I, we were actually working the Anime Expo like a few years back.
No. Before that, when did you get into Dragon Ball?
Oh, like Dragon Ball Z, like Dragon Ball?
That's a part of your story.
Oh, okay.
When you got into Dragon Ball?
I got into Dragon Ball because I think Toonami in Cartoon Network, if you guys don't know, like it used to show like old school anime. It used to show like Tango Tenge, Yu Yu Hakusho. It was Card Captors too, I think.
It was called
Sakura or
Toonami.
Toonami, yeah, on Cartoon Network, and they used to show like old school anime until like they showed Dragon Ball, and that's when I got into it. I was like, I think 6 or 5 years old, because I used to have like I used to rock all the in elementary like Super Saiyan.
Yep, because I was 9, so that makes sense.
I was like 5. Yeah, I was like 5 when I first saw it, and I just immediately fell in love with it. I was just like, yo, people are just yelling like crazy. I'm like
flying around.
Yeah, I'm like as a kid's imagination. You're just like,
what is this, right? Were there times where like when the internet? Do you remember when the internet became real? Because we were alive for when the internet.
Yeah, it was
that
like
was close to around the time that we started watching Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Do you remember going on Google or like it wasn't Google? It was like Ask Jeeves or whatever.
It was something weird.
They'd have like you look up pictures and
we're showing our age.
Did you ever look up like Dragon Ball characters?
Yeah, dude, I remember typing in Goku Super Saiyan 20 or something like that. And he has like crazy hair, like silver hair, like people like fan art. Yeah. And I don't know if you remember this, but I remember as a kid they used to sell like in like newsstands. It was like Dragon Ball magazines, and they were like hologram. I wish I would have kept them as a kid.
I have one upstairs.
Dude, those were like as a kid. They showed you all the fan art. Like they showed you collectibles, like what was going on in the world with Dragon Ball. And I was like 6 or 7 when I was looking at this, and I would like buy it, and I would be like, hey, I want to buy this thing. And
dude,
that's how I got into it. That anime
is such a good idea. A great steering wheel that doesn't whip. I don't know. No, seriously, but we were just talking about an idea to this thing to present to Bandai.
Yeah.
We should work together to make a publication about what's cool in the game and what's getting people going, because we have that line of access. We should make that magazine.
Yeah, we have like we have content creators.
Dude, that's
like we have a bunch
good idea
of people.
because I totally remember those magazines
Right?
and seeing them, and like the first thing that got you in was that lenticular print on the front. Where
Dude, it was like holographic. Yeah,
you know,
dude,
like,
it was crazy.
Like, look at it from different
Yeah,
angles.
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
Goku, like in some like 3D render, like
Yeah.
Like this,
It was
and you're like,
so.
oh, I gotta look at this, and you're like looking at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my question.
I
for
remember
you.
that.
If you could just like instant transmission in time back to yourself, and we're like, yo, like you're on the right track. Look at this, and just held a victory strike on my face.
I would just do it. I would be like 5 and then be like,
what? Like, could you like the distance that it's gone?
maybe the technology wasn't
then-
as good. Maybe.
No, I mean, dude, we were looking at these lenticular like 3D renders of Goku that were like on these crap magazines that were like totally white that had like Dragon Ball like printed on top of it, you know?
Yeah.
And like now these cards, like Japan actually like recognized this franchise. You know, Goku's gonna be the ambassador of the Olympics. I don't know exactly what happened with all of that, but I believe it's the truth. But like to now, how
That'd be sick. It would have changed. I think they had the Panini version at that time, or like an older version of it.
Yeah. No, not yet. That came
Not
out
yet,
a
that
few
came out a
years
few
later.
years
That was
like
like when we were in like high school, middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that would have changed the trajectory of like what card games might have or would have been. And if I would have gone back in time, I would buy all the charges. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I would. Whatever.
But yeah, like that goes back to like how I got into the game. Like C-Rod and I, we worked at the Anime Expo, and it was that experience, similar experience. Like we walk in, and we were working at like this booth that our friend like referred us to, and we just started working. And in our lunch break, we're like, hey, let's go walk around, dude. And that's when we saw the stand, just like that. Like I remember as a kid seeing the magazine. I saw the starter deck Goku, like the very first one.
Awakening?
The Awakening, Saiyan Awakening.
Yeah,
it was like the very first starter deck.
Yeah, the blue one.
And it's Goku going with his Kamehameha, foiled out, bedazzled, like just like this dude right here. Like imagine this dude in a newsstand, but like in a deck box. That's what it was. That's what it looked like. And C-Rod and I were like, yeah, did you know this was a thing? And he's like, no. And so we, shout outs to Henry, who Guardian Coliseum, who actually sold it. We always say this story. C-Rod always tells it to him. But yeah, we bought it from him and he gave it to us. And immediately we were like, dude, how do you play this game? We didn't know how to play the game, first of all. We were taught the wrong way by some people. I don't know who it was. It was just some people that were volunteering. And I was just like, all right, this is how you play it? All right. And then we like, obviously.
I mean, you know, you're talking to a man that at the first game they ever played at locals put a victory strike in their energy. So I think it's pretty
$700
fair.
energy right
I'm
there.
pretty sure it's fair to say like it's not totally clear how to play it.
Yeah, no, it was difficult. It was really weird at
Yeah,
first.
and we learned in a time where there was not like unisons and arrival.
Yeah,
and
it was like
multicolor
basic,
and, like, overwrap.
one counterplay, bring out this battle card, that's it, and attack.
Yeah.
But then it gets really technical. Like at first you think like, oh, I'm beating his leader down to 4. They awaken, boom, you have no control of what's going on anymore. They're like the whole way the game is structured is like whoever has the most hand power or like hand advantage it's gonna be the winner. But like I didn't know, me and C-Rod didn't know, we were just attacking each other, awakening people. We're like, yeah, we're winning, and the guy's like, sure, I'll take that, and they're like, they're awakened, we're not, and we just get destroyed. And C-Rod and I like got destroyed in so many like locals, so many events. I remember at the peak of Dragon Ball, it was so difficult to get the booster boxes. I remember set 1.
Really?
Yes, dude. It was like when we discovered it, that's when they first got released. It was shown in Anime Expo, and then 2 weeks later, or a week later, they released the actual game. Those boxes were so hard to find. Each box was going for like $150.
Really?
Yeah, set 1.
Wow.
And now like they're worth a lot of money now because keep it sealed.
For a little
like,
while they were up at like 800.
Yeah, per box.
Okay, just for reference, like the amount of time that's transpired since that happened relative to when that came out is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. This game is 4 years old.
Victory Strike was sold for what, like a PSA or like a Beckett 10?
There was an article and there's been some
like
information about a BGS Black Label 10 that sold for $90,000.
90 grand.
Which there are, I don't know the complete legitimacy of that. I think there's been some like suspicion. Regardless of whether there is or there isn't, there is documented evidence of PSA 10 selling for $12,000 to $15,000 for a period of time.
eBay, yeah.
On eBay. And like that for a card that's 3 years and change old to be selling for that much already, that's not gonna just like go down.
It's not. I don't believe it.
Only less people aren't gonna figure out about this game. It's only gonna be more, and it's only a matter of time. I mean, like, have you seen The Room, the movie?
The Room?
Yeah, with Tommy Wiseau.
No, I've never seen it.
Okay, it's this movie that this guy just got like a buttload of cash and like made this movie that's like arguably one of like the like worst things you could possibly watch, to the point where it is absolute genius. Like, it's like true comic genius that is completely unattainable to reach through any sort of regular means, because it's so far out and done in such an insane way. But that like wasn't popular at first.
But then it's
not like they kept making the movie.
Gotcha.
The movie just existed. And once it exists, like, people find out about it. And what, you don't think there's not already a Dragon Ball like culture, you know, that exists?
Oh,
like,
there's a big one, dude. Yeah, no, there's a huge
massive
Dragon Ball franchise is like followed
so
global
many sections of it, you know?
Yeah,
there's like so
art,
many people into different parts.
Collectible, like with figurines, like there's so many categories.
So like, how many of those people do you think know about the Dragon Ball Super card game?
Not that many. I'm gonna say that right now. It's such a niche.
If you could like put it into a perspective of like a percentage, like
I would say like 4%.
How many people do you know about Pokemon that know about the Pokemon card game?
Everyone knows Pokemon,
right?
Everyone knows.
And the card game.
Everyone knows Dragon Ball, but no one knows.
No one knows the card game.
Yeah.
So like, it's only gonna be a matter of time before everybody knows whether they're making the game or not anymore. By that point, will be completely irrelevant, because this game optically is an experience that you cannot get from any other Dragon Ball thing that exists.
Experience. Look at this. You see it here.
From the man in the Joku stand. No, but seriously, it's like there's nothing that looks like this.
No card game has better artwork than Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball has the best artwork.
And artwork, and just the printing quality and the stuff we were talking about, like how these cards are manufactured and made in Japan.
No, it's true.
It's so dope, man. So cool. Wait, so you were saying something about like this guy came up to you and was
this is the funniest. Like I was telling you the story. Like people, like he gave, like Jonik was telling me some really like thank you for the kind words, like why like our channel blew up. And I remember a father came up to me at the convention. I don't know which one it was, and he's like telling me, he's like, hey man, I was watching one of your videos, and like 5 hours later it was dark, and like I don't know where my son went. He's like, I was just watching a 20-minute video, and like I went down the rabbit hole, and I was like, 5 hours later, how did that happen? Where did my kid go? And it was the funniest thing, and I was just like,
you know what's the funniest part about that?
What's that?
5 a.m. this morning.
So him and I, Jonik and I were play testing.
You got here what, like 7?
I got here at 7 p.m.
And then we like went out and got some food and drinks and stuff, and we're back by like 9?
Like 9 o'clock. And we were like, oh, let's play some games.
We started jamming by like 9:30.
Yeah, we're like, let's get some play testing in, because I thought there was going to be an event today, and it was actually the following day. So I was just like really like
the PPG qualifier.
Yeah, so
next time.
But yeah, and then we were looking at the time. It's like 11, first game, first best of 3 finished like at 11 or something. We played like 2 full best of 3, and then we're like, oh, we still got some time. It's still kind of early, you know.
I see Tony tap his phone, and I look over. It's 4:26 in the morning.
Yeah, I was like right after we were playing.
Wait, I was like,
wait, how did this happen?
We just started this game.
Yeah,
and I'm not tired.
No, yeah, we were like, we played a few games.
I kept asking. I was like, dude, like, my guess, like, you're
tired. I was like, I'm all right.
It's like, we were just like jamming games.
It was so much
like
fun.
So long. That's
the
thing about this game. And I mean, even watching the game is like how time and the world like disappears.
Yeah.
Like the Dragon Ball story, you know, like I've been playing Kakarot recently, Dragon Ball Kakarot. And since I was a kid, I watched Dragon Ball. I watched it in high school in Japanese. I watched it in college in Japanese. I started reading it, and then I read it every year for the next like 4 years.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've been playing video games. I've been playing other things. Like the story is so ingrained in like the parts of like, if I, you know, think about Frieza and the person that he really screwed the most, like I always think about Krillin. You know, you know that. You know, he just pops him. You know,
it's like a balloon.
Ah! And then like, but all these little things like, they make the story like I made my name Joku. I modeled myself off Goku.
Yeah.
I think he's a nice guy, and like I don't think he takes things terribly personally. But once you start messing with his friends, man, like, that's not gonna fly.
Upset. Yeah.
I'm down with that. I think that attitude is really cool, and like I look up to that. And the stories that are told throughout this story are in this game, and you literally just like play.
I've never played Kakarot.
You know, no. I'm saying the Dragon Ball story in general.
Oh yeah,
the entire story, like getting to play a deck that, like, you know, they always make the theme decks when the sets come out, but like even like I was just playing Launch and you were playing what, like Soul Striker.
Yeah.
And there's like different parts of like the fact that baby ape comes out, counters a counter, and then bottom decks something, draws you a card, and has a triple strike. Like that's what it feels like when like Golden Ape Baby like GT shows up, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just like,
what is going on?
You know, like that move and the art and like the fact that like we have little pieces of cardboard that are printed in Japan with Goku on them, and we can slap them down on oversized mouse pads and make each other feel something for hours.
No, it's true.
So cool.
No, it's true.
Like,
honestly, I mean, this game is probably the best card game I've ever played, and I played like Pokemon, I played Magic, and I played like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like my #1 as a kid. And then growing up, but like the experience that Dragon Ball Super card game has been phenomenal. Like to meet Jonik, who was at the time a grad student, and became really good friends with him, and to having me or hosting me in his house, and I think it's just a beautiful thing. Like this card game isn't just like a card game, but it's a really good experience.
It is
with everyone, like both in the game and the people you meet. Like I've met so many like great content creators, people in general, like great human beings, and like
totally, man.
And I mean, it's amazing. Like I can honestly say, like thanks to this card game, I made some really long-term friends, and
it's a really cool community.
Yeah, and so like right now, like obviously we're in the Pancey show, and we're coming to an end because like, I mean, the sun is coming down, and I think, but like yeah, he had me here, and he like, Jonik is the best person ever. I mean, definitely check out his channel. Definitely. Definitely check out his clothing too. It's all going to be in the description down below. Definitely check out part 1 where he made these sick pants with Luffy on it, and he makes his own clothing, guys. This is like, this ain't like, oh, I bought this at a store. This ain't Gucci. This is Joku.
This is Joku.
Joku right here in the flesh.
Well, we're in my pants studio, but right now technically I'm on your show. So thanks for having me on.
No, of course, man. Like always, you're always welcome.
I want to thank you in my pants house for
sharing
your show.
This one leg and then the other leg in the pants.
I got a cool shirt coming in the works for C-Rod, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. You guys might see it on a Super Play video. Don't forget to smush that subscription button and hit the little ding dong bell so you never miss one of these fantastic videos.
Yeah, and definitely comment down below if you would like to see something like this again. Maybe it might be C-Rod, or maybe C-Rod on his channel. So definitely go subscribe to Joku's channel as well, guys, and definitely smash that like button because this was amazing. And there you guys have it. Like we always say, Joku, y'all stay Supah.